Hey guys. Okay, so my son just turned 10. It is August. My son just turned 10. Okay, let's just say that. So a guy came over and he was like, "You just got your condoms hanging all out?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What if your kids see it?" And I'm like, so what if they see it? Let's put the seatbelt on because it's the law. And I don't want to hear that dinging. Okay, so I'm like, so what if they see it? And he goes, "What if he asks you about it?" And I'm like, he did. My son asked me, "Mom, what is this for?" And I said, "That's a condom." And he was like, "What is a condom?" And I was like, "Something to protect yourself when you're having sex, right?" And he was like, "What? You told your son what?" And I'm like, hey, it's my job to teach as a parent. They're getting older, not younger, okay? Once an adult, twice a baby, okay? So you become, you're a baby, you become an adult, and then you're back to being a baby. So I've heard this saying, once a man or woman and twice a child is the correct term of that saying. And it's true. You know, you teach them to be a good adult. You teach them to do things the right way, protect themselves. A lot of people feel like it's uncomfortable. And it was uncomfortable to tell him something like that, especially he's only 10. But it's my job to make sure when my son leaves my house at 18, I don't want to be concerned about him. I don't want to be scared that he's going to come home with AIDS or herpes or some kind of STD. You know, those things are real. And I put in his mind, hey, when he asked me more questions, he was like, "So, you use it during sex? Like, why?" I said, "Because when you're having sex with someone, you're passing fluid back and forth. And you don't want someone to pass you bad fluid because it stays in your body. Sometimes it's curable, but you don't want to risk getting something that's not curable." And he was like, "Okay." I practiced a lot of this stuff in the mirror when he turned 5. So it's why I spoke so fluently to him. I kind of like to plan ahead. I don't like to wait until kids are 15 and 16 and start telling them things, because that's the age where they start to, they get tired of being around mom and dad. So you want to tell them things when they're all up in your face, when they're getting on your nerves. You're just spending way too much time with your kids that you send them to your grandma's house every chance you get. But those are the moments where you need to teach your children about things that they're asking. Even when they ask why, that is a legitimate question. It's not that they're challenging you as a parent. They're literally asking why, because they don't know why. You know, we got to get out of this habit of thinking that kids are being disrespectful and kids are being in grown folks' conversations and stuff like that. I mean, well, that's a little touchy, but we have to understand that kids are trying to learn from you. And it's your job as a parent to teach them. So yes, I did tell my son what a condom is, because society does not tell me what I can and cannot teach my kids, at what age I should teach them it. I decide that as a mom. I decide that as his parent. I decide that as his teacher. And I'm going to do the same thing for my daughter. Bye.